Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be discussing the best autism app in my opinion that you could use coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to the ASPieWorld. My name is Dan. I have Asperger's syndrome, ADHD, OCD and dyslexia. I make weekly videos on this topic, so if you are wanting to learn more on how we change the world, consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. Oh, and if you're watching over on Facebook, make sure to give this page a like and a follow so you see daily videos from me. Okay guys, so I've talked a lot about different things on this channel. I talk about gadgets, gizmos, apps, and all sorts of stuff, website resources, you name it, we talk about it. But today I wanted to specifically talk about an app called Teemo. If you guys have been here for a while, you might have noticed that I've actually talked about Teemo before. And as you know, I'm a huge Teemo fan, and I've worked with them a few times on different projects and stuff, and they helped fuel the American trip to VidCon this year to do the first ever neurodiversity panel at VidCon, and that was amazing. So Teemo are a really nice company, they're really good, and I've worked with them very closely before. So I reached out to them and asked if I could like partner up with them to talk about other things, because I've never used an app so powerful. And when we came across Teemo initially, we were just like completely blown away by its capabilities and the whole ethos of Teemo as on a whole. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to discuss Teemo and how it can actually help you in your life. Hashtag this is not a sponsored video. This is just that me helping them out by reaching out to you, showing you how they do stuff. So yeah, nobody's paying for this video, but in terms of Teemo, they actually have just a fantastic app, and they're great, and the whole ethos is just amazing. So let's get into it. What is Teemo? So Teemo is an app that's specifically designed to help people with autism and ADHD. And what it is, it's almost like a calendar scheduling, like a task calendar scheduling app, so that you can keep on track with stuff, but with a visual and time engagement feature, which we'll go into in a minute, and we'll show some great examples of that. A lot of like scheduling apps that I've come across don't actually have the ability to put like different icons and stuff, so you can't like visually see stuff that's supposed to be happening or going to happen therefore. And another part is that they don't have like a countdown timer, I guess. I've never seen this before in any other app, which makes Teemo absolutely head and shoulders above the rest, which is why I wanted to do this video, because I believe in them so much. Now, Teemo was designed by a team of people in Denmark, and I think it actually started as a project to help kids with ADHD and autism, but locally. I think it started as a local project, and it was designed as an app that people like parents and caregivers or a teacher could actually use, as well as the person who has the condition. Like, and I'll go over an example of this. So I travel a lot, and we did our entire trip to VidCon, and basically what happens is it's like me and my producer have access to Teemo, and it's an Apple Watch and an Android Watch app. It's also an Apple phone app and an Android phone app. You know, it's both. But what happens is my producer has an Android phone, but I've got an Apple Watch. So he goes on, and we're linked in the same account, and he types in a task for me to do. You know, we got lunch coming up, got a meeting, I'm going to sign documents and do this appearance in LA for like that week, and it actually alerts me to take them. Now, you might think, okay, well, loads of apps do that, but I'll show you how this one works specifically and why I think it's amazing. One of the main things, though, about this app and why I think like it's head and shoulders above the others is because I forget to take my medication, and it's all well and good seeing the word medication written down on your alert, but if you're dyslexic like me, it doesn't always register what that is. When you see a visual little cartoon graphic of said medication on your phone, it's like, oh shoot, yeah, I remember I'm going to do that, and I love that. So I'm going to show you an example of how this works, but I want to let you know that this app fueled our entire week of busy schedules of meetings, appearances, VidCon paneling, all that stuff we did when we were in LA. We used this app to do it, and it was just phenomenal. So I actually always use Teemo almost specifically when I'm doing stuff. So if I'm traveling somewhere, we'll use Teemo, and like, so we go on a VidCon, or we're going to like Boston, or we're going to Denmark, or wherever we go, me and my producer use Teemo to keep on track and keep on schedule, because this is such a powerful tool and it's amazing. All links of everything I'm talking about right now will be in the description below, so you can check it out, and I highly recommend you do that. But let's get on with this, and I'm going to show you an example of how Teemo works. Okay guys, so let's have a little look at how this actually works. So as you can see on the screen here, you have my phone, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So if we look at, for instance, right, say we're going to VidCon on the 21st or 20th of December. I don't know why we would, but you can just see it here. Now, this is the active live like web calendar, and this part is actually free, so that's kind of cool as well. So there's no, you know, no pay for the usage of the calendar, which is really good. Now you can see here we have everything scheduled, like morning shower, hotel breakfast, taking my medication, pick up for VidCon, and lunch meetings at VidCon. Now also you can see underneath the actual thing here, so we look at the lunch meeting, it says laptop. That is kind of like a little notes section where you can actually add stuff that you want to remember to take with you when you're doing this. Now this is really cool. You have like an active representation. Like I said, you can see all of these little icons here that show you what the thing is that you will be doing, and it's very, very handy. And this is like all week it's set up, so you can set repeaters. So like we did it once, and then you can set like if you want it to repeat every single day, if you want it to last just that one day. So let's go and see what it's like when we're just on today. So as you can see on this app, you can see here down the bottom, lunch meeting at VidCon. Okay, so obviously we passed like the thing where it says 7 hours and 53 minutes because we put a huge time limit on that. But you can see there's like a countdown for it. So if you look at the actual app, it says there's like a little countdown there that tells you like 7 hours 53 minutes. And if you come to a halfway point, an actual thing pops up and says, great job, you're halfway through it, as a kind of reminder to tell you you're halfway through the task that you're supposed to be doing, as a way of gauging the time or the amount of time it's taking for you to do the task. Now let's have a look on the watch and see what this looks like on the watch. So I'm gonna go to so I'm going to load the app on my watch, and then I will show you on the close-up cam what it looks like. So as you can see, you see here now on this actual particular one, it says no Teemo plans, next activity starts in 7 hours and 22 minutes. So if I tap this, so looking at the next activity, you see here it says lunch at VidCon, and there's like a little timer bar. That timer bar in the middle there tells you exactly how much time you've got left, and as you're going through this, it actually tells you that you're halfway through or whatever, if it's coming to an end, and it will alert you when it comes to the end. In this portion of the app, you can load all of your activities, you know, and tells you if your schedule's up to date or whatever, and then also you can see what else you've got on your calendar. You can end the activity if you want to, so say yes to that, and then it says cool, the next activity starts in 16 hours, and if you swipe this way, so you can see this now, you can see all the things on the calendar on your watch as well, so you don't have to have your phone or laptop around you. Now this is extremely powerful because to me, visual representation is everything. If I don't have visual representation, I would 70% of the time to 80% of the time not do it, because it's hard for me to engage my brain with those things. But as you saw from Teemo, the designers, the people who made this actually thought about this and listened to the people who are on the spectrum, which I find quite fascinating. Visual timing aspect of it also is a great way to keep you on track, because a lot of the time when you're focusing on something, or you're hyper focused in a task, or you're doing something, you will kind of forget that you're doing that task, and then you kind of get a little bit out of the realms of, hey, I know when I need to stop, and you just sit there for hours doing that one thing, and then like, oh my goodness, 6 hours have passed, I'm supposed to spend 45 minutes doing it. So the visual timeline is great. Do you know, it's funny, like the app was actually designed for caregivers and autistic people, so then they have loads of feedback from people and wanted to personalize it and make it more like for different ages, and it's exactly what the settings do. You can actually set this up and, you know, personalize it as much as you want, because you choose those icons that, you know, you're going to use when you're setting up a task, and I'll show you exactly what it's like now to set up a task. So if we go here and we go to adding new task, and we're going to say we need to drive to the office, and then we can choose an icon, and then there's like this list of just different icons. You can even put your own icons in it. That's how personalizing it can. You know, I've got icons here with me and my assistant there, and then you can just put whatever you want. So if we go to like, so we're driving to the office, we'll go to transport, and we'll just pick up any car, and there you go, a little car, and it tells you when. So we're going to do that, and it says, can it be, you know, started early? So yeah, and then can be ended early. So you can add those in if you need to, and then also put a repeater on if you want. But if you create an activity, it just appears there in your timeline. See, 49 minutes, there you go, 49 minutes left. See, it's that easy, and that is the kind of apps that I believe are like the future of stuff. So when people say to me, Dan, what's the best app for using for my kid or myself and I'm on the spectrum, I say, check out Teemo. You know, specifically when we went to Denmark, we heard from the company about, we went to the offices in Denmark, in the Teemo offices, and we spoke to the company about, you know, what their plans and stuff were, and they were saying that the families in Denmark have benefited so much from just using this app, because obviously it launched from Denmark, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's an amazing app. So they actually want to expand the app and add different features in, like data for personalizing diagnostic criteria when you go to your doctor or your specialist, so you can track your data and have that personal data then that you can give to a doctor to personalize your diagnosis, which is fascinating. But unfortunately it's not being done yet. They are crowdsource funding for this project, so if you really like this company and like the app and you want to help them out, please check out the crowdfunding link down below to see their new and latest endeavor. I think it's great. I'm supporting it, so please definitely just check it out, just to give them some love, because they're helping so many people. I feel like we just owe it to give them some love, you know? So all that being said, this app is phenomenal. I give it a massive thumbs up and a 10 out of 10 for helping me whenever I'm traveling around the world, and without them I'd be absolutely knackered. Again, the company guys are amazing. We met with all of them in Denmark. They took us out for dinner and we just had such a nice time, because they actually really care. And it's hard to come across tech companies who are making apps that actually care about the people. I found these are few and far between, because there's so many apps out there, you don't know which ones you're going to trust. So Dan gives you his seal of approval on this app. Guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and you check out their crowdsourcing for the new app features. So let me know what you thought about the app in the comment section below. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. And until then, guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.